Hey guys, what's going on? This is Dr. Matt Winning at winningstrength.com. And today's video is for beginners and intermediates. Now, I went and coached at a powerlifting meet, which I don't go to a lot of powerlifting meets anymore because I kind of burned that out of my entire life as far as being heavily competitive for nearly 30 years. But a couple of my clients wanted to go to a powerlifting meet and they wanted to compete. So I decided, what the hell, let's go. And I get there and I see a lot of things that I think need to be discussed in order for you guys to have the best possible outcome for your lifting. So these are three things that I think will probably help you out in the long run in both performance, longevity, and lack of injury. Number one, the big thing I saw when people went under heavy loads or sometimes even warm-up level loads was spinal flexion. So we see guys rounding over in their spine. You know, the anterior spine is completely crushed. Over time, we know this from research that this can cause bulging and herniation in discs and damage even to the bone in the vertebrae themselves. I know there's a lot of conflicting talk about if it's good or bad, but I think that all top lifters can tell you that having spinal flexion is not a good thing, and you don't find a lot of people that have used spinal flexion and tell you to use spinal flexion that haven't had back injuries. So again, be careful with who you listen to. Try to listen to people that have at least competed nonstop for at least 10 to 15 years straight, maybe even 20 with little to no back pain. And those guys probably know what they're talking about. So spinal flexion's one. The next thing is bracing. So bracing is another major problem that you see a lot of people don't know how to do. So if you were at this competition and you were paying attention, a lot of my lifters were doing a couple of sets of planks before they squatted and before they deadlifted to turn on and get the abs ready for heavy loading on squatting and deadlifts. What I found interesting was that nobody was doing any direct ab warm-up or potentiation in order to get the squat and the deadlift to be a little bit more tied into the core. If your core is not super strong, then the transfer from either your hands or your back, squats or deadlifts, all the way down to the feet to the floor are going to be compromised because your core is going to be absorbing energy versus transferring energy. And so we have to keep in mind that when we're doing squatting and deadlifting, the abs are kind of the center section or the central point in your body in which you do not want to move. The third big thing that I saw was improper warm-ups. I saw a lot of guys take a lot of big or very infrequent style jumps in order to get ready. In my personal opinion, you're going to need anywhere from 5 to 8 sets to get ready to hit the platform. This will also include you guys that maybe just want to max at your local facility and you're not competing. But if you're only taking 1 or 2 warm-ups, the chances of you being fully prepared to go out and hit a maximal lift will be strongly diminished due to a lot of afferent motor patterns, which basically means the body's ability to not only contract, but also the feedback mechanism to allow the body to turn off its regular governors that limit your strength. So again, warming up is crucial to your progression in powerlifting and strength training in general. So again, if you're benching, say, 250 pounds, your first set on the bar probably should not be 135. So if you're only taking 2 or 3 sets to warm up, you're leaving a lot of one rep max potential on the bar. So let's go back over these 3 things. 1, avoid spinal flexion and don't train that way. 2, make sure that your core bracing is up to par and you're at least warming it up before you do anything deadlifting or squatting. And 3, make sure that you're warming up properly if you're testing a max or you're competing in order to get the most out of your body at that time. So if you need more information, hop on winningstrength.com, come on to online coaching, or follow some of our workouts at top tier Patreon or on Train Heroic so that we can help you out and make you a better lifter and do it a lot smarter. Talk to you guys soon.